Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Rolene Marks. This is the Israel Brief, albeit slightly nasal again today. And as always, we're brought to you by Lay of the Land. So bear with me as I make my way through the top stories making headlines. I'm still full of the flu, still very, very congested. And thank you for all your lovely messages wishing me well. I really, really appreciate them. So today is day 95 of Israel's war against Hamas. It has been a very, very difficult day here in Israel. 9 soldiers have fallen in battle over the last 24 hours, at least 6 of them due to an explosion in Burej in the Gaza Strip. For those of us who are members of WITSO, we have lost 2 graduates of our WITSO schools, and every single day, every time a soldier is announced to have fallen, it is another tear at the heart. What many people don't realize is that here in Israel, we see every soldier as our son, as our brother, as our loved one. They belong to all of us, to the collective. Israel's army is not an army of career officers somewhere over there who go off to fight. They are an army conscripted of the people. Reservists who are called up to fight are our husbands, our lovers, our sons, our brothers, our colleagues, our friends' sons. So it's very, very personal to all of us, especially when soldiers fall. May all of our fallen soldiers, may their memories be eternally blessed. The IDF yesterday announced that they had discovered a massive underground weapons facility in Burej. Some of the footage they shared showed massive long-range missiles. Now, yesterday, shortly after we came off air here, we had another big barrage of rockets fired towards the center of Israel. Rockets are still being fired towards Israeli civilians, and many are of the opinion that while the IDF is doing extraordinary work in dismantling this terror infrastructure, taking out those launch sites, we're not going to be rid of rockets forever. The IDF have also shared footage of tunnels that they have found. We keep saying this on a daily basis that the IDF is uncovering more and more and more tunnels. But really, the Gaza Strip underneath the surface is a city all of its own with hundreds of thousands of kilometers of terror tunnel, of metro. As I said yesterday, somebody said to me, it's amazing that the buildings above ground are still standing because of the amount of digging and tunneling that takes place underground. But in these tunnels, they have found RPGs, weapons, vests, other different kinds of munitions. Last night, Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari, he is the senior spokesperson for the IDF, announced that we are moving from less fighting to more targeted strikes in the Gaza Strip. If you can listen carefully, that is the alert coming in. The alerts like that normally signify some kind of UAV coming in from the north, from Lebanon. Now, speaking of Lebanon, Israel eliminated a senior Hezbollah operative Wissam al-Tawil yesterday, and in response, Hezbollah say they fired in several suicide drones, one of which caused minor damage to a IDF military base in the north of Israel. We really are trying not to engage Hezbollah in another kind of all-out war. However, we have said that, here we go again. This is still happening. We are still very much a country at war. Israel has warned Hezbollah that if they don't stop, that they persist with attacking Israel, we could turn the south of Lebanon into Gaza. And it's something I don't think the Lebanese people want. It's certainly something the Israeli people want. As our Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said, he wants at least 80,000 of the evacuees from the north to be able to return to their homes safely. We still have Hezbollah firing anti-tank missiles on Israeli positions in the north of the country, and some of these positions do include people's homes. So this is a very, very serious situation. We are fighting very much on multiple fronts. Earlier today, former hostages made their way to the Kerem Shalom crossing. This is the crossing where the IDF are inspecting humanitarian aid and allowing it to enter the north of the Gaza Strip. The intention is to stop the humanitarian aid from entering the strip. They say they will stop it until the remaining hostages, the remaining 130 plus hostages, are returned home safely. We are very, very concerned for the state of these hostages. We know that they have had no visits from the Red Cross. Now, earlier today, I noticed on X that the Red Cross had tweeted out about, hospitals not being used as targets, children not being, suffering from war. And I messaged them. I said, "What about hostages?" And they actually responded to me saying, "No, the hostages are a priority. We're working our hardest to ensure that we get to see them, that they are released, that they get their medication. A tweet is not good enough. We want to see actual physical proof, because according to families, according to the authorities, according to Israeli officials, the Red Cross have not done that." Palestinian Islamic Jihad released a psychological warfare video of hostage Elad Katsir. There is no confirmation about the whereabouts of Katsir or the current situation, and we do know that these kind of hostage videos create psychological havoc on us in Israel. Yesterday, Hamas also released a 3-second clip of 4 Israeli female hostages in terrible condition. You could see their faces bruised and terrified, blood from their head. Some are very, very wounded. You could see that in the footage, looking absolutely... hearing some booms, seeing just how terrified they are. Their families responded by releasing images of them as they were taken, or as they looked before the 7th of October attacks. Meanwhile, Qatari media are reporting that an Israeli delegation is in Cairo, Egypt, to start renegotiations on the release of the hostages. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken landed in Israel last night. While he was on his way to Israel, Vice President Kamala Harris reiterated the United States' unwavering support for Israel. I know there's a lot of debate out there, but let it be said that the Biden administration has stood shoulder to shoulder with the state of Israel, something that the VP reiterated again last night. She said the U.S. commitment to Israel's safety and security is absolutely unwavering. Meanwhile, in their address, their joint press conference earlier, today, President Herzog thanked the Secretary of State for his visit and for the resolute friendship of the United States. And he also addressed the issue of South Africa's case at the International Court of Justice, which starts on Thursday, calling it atrocious and preposterous. I couldn't agree more, Mr. President. And he also reiterated to the Secretary of State that Israel is doing absolutely everything we can to ensure the safety and the security of civilians in the Gaza Strip. What is amazing yesterday is that in footage that was flighted by Israel's Channel 12, Hamas detainees or Palestinian detainees in the Gaza Strip outrightly blamed Hamas, telling the Israeli officer who was filming them that they've been waiting for 17 years for Israel to free them from the tyranny of Hamas, and that their children are starving, and that they fully blame Hamas for this. Would be nice if the mainstream media broadcast that message. Just saying. So that brings me to the end of today's edition of the Israel Brief. Please don't forget to check out our website at www.layoftheland.online. Of course, if you want to receive our weekly newsletter, please be in touch with us via our website. Our YouTube channel is at the Israel Brief. You guys know what to do. Like, share and subscribe. We're on X at Lay of the Land 5 and we're on Facebook at LOTLSITE Lottle Site. Guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. I'm going to go take care of this flu now, and I'll see you again tomorrow.